Yeah, I saw you non-believers. Dooming just because I wasn't here on time. Wow. I took a nap, and that nap extended a little bit. Given my track record, I kind of want to say I understand. On the other hand, though, non-believers, heathens, and so on. Last time we did a Cantor was significantly easier than I anticipated. Usually when I think of a Cantor, I think of, oh, the instant charge just chunked 90% of my HP. Oh, here he goes again. But unfortunately, we did not come to a gruesome death, chat. Did not. Yeah, but no. It was an announced absence. I said that I was gone Saturday because of quote-unquote family stuff, and then the Sunday I was saying that maybe I won't be there. And if I wasn't here today, then I wouldn't have any excuse. But chat, I can't leave you again. Luckily, there's no weapon we really want from a Cantor. Oh, I can't even see the longsword. Because the greatsword needs sharpness +1. Speaking of which, let me open my Athena's ass real quick. Ah, yes. We wanted to grind some short charge decos. Then, this greatsword would actually be pretty good because it basically has, like, let's say, 2/3 of crit draw. It's better than nothing. Now I am the voices. Okay, yeah, maybe we're gonna make that one, but we need a bunch of other stuff. Dual blade's also pretty good. Might make these. Oh. This is also very good SNS. So if I ever feel like using SNS. Okay. I was wondering why are so many. Oh my god, that's so loud. My ears. Why are so many SNS or weapons in general unlocked? I know why. I was broke. That's why they didn't even show it to me. So bizarre that there's no Cantor Lance. He's over. Could literally just be one of his tusks. But for the armor, there's nothing we want except these ones. But yeah, but for later. Yes, Birdie, long time to see. It's been 2 days, I think. And I already spied on chat having a mental breakdown while I was gone. Girlfriend to play Monster Hunter. Wow. It's Pride Month. Having a girlfriend is homophobic, chat. That's why I'm single for this entire month. Was there something else? Short charge. Okay, I got 5 and I need 7. Okay, Daora or Rajang. Which one is the most likely to drop 2 horns? I don't know, one could just be low rank and the other one could be he's over. I'm still a little bit EP, chat. So if my brain is delayed, this time I have an excuse. I'm trying to think. Is there a good raging weapon? I think the lance is pretty good. Or decent. Is there even the raging lance in Unite? I think so. Dude, my brain feels so foggy. Yeah. I think just... Nah, I think the raging longsword isn't good. For any instance. It's not that the raging longsword is that bad. It's just that the Copper Blanco destroyer is that good. That's why there's almost no reason to use any other longsword. There are 2 longswords I can think of that are used. Funnily enough, I'm looking at one of them. The G-rank version of this longsword is the best dragon longsword, used for shitters that either have a dragon weakness, or if you can only break the horns with dragon. And the second longsword was, I think the Silver Rattler's longsword is also being used. Other than that, yeah, indeed Copper Blanco supremacy. Speaking of which, I checked the new website that someone sent me, and apparently these 2 longswords, fire and poison, they both end at the same stage, so they both turn to silver, so there's no point of ever upgrading this one. And funnily enough, I was actually planning on doing that, but this is only good for a high rank. Okay, enough talking. I want to make a longsword. And the only one I saw which was decent was this one. So, let's do it this way. Enough talky. Let's go and beat up a Rajang. But before that, let's do Naga. By the way, chat, I've got a question. Would you mind if I did the online hub multiplayer? Because Mamonga has been asking me to play. The problem is I only have 2 save files. And one of those save files is the one you're seeing right now. The other one is the one I'm using to play with Kami. And so I can't play along with either of them. So I was thinking I could maybe just ask Mamonga if he wants to do high rank village, not village, high rank guild. Because technically we've done that content already just at Nakot. So I wouldn't mind if I had, if that quest or those quests wouldn't be done by myself. Capiche? If you don't mind, then yeah, sure. Then I can ask Mamonga to carry me. He can use, I think he's using Gunner, mainly. And I could then use, Hunting Horn, I don't know. Just for variety. Yeah, because otherwise I would just bolt through high rank. So, okay, then I can just tell him. Oh, what happened? I looked at chat, and then I got my ass kicked. No, but I haven't played GU in a long time. At least not in this kind of sense. So I was thinking, you know, that would take away content. But, yeah, high rank I could have done multi, actually. And maybe we can still do G rank in GU. Because I'm still not done with GU. It's not that I abandoned it, I don't know. I got other stuff to do. But there's still stuff I wanted to do, not only solo, but also like progression-wise in GU. Who knows, maybe next time. Unfortunately, I don't really have a way to interact with you outside of Twitch. So I would have just said, let's set it up next time, before the stream starts, or whatever. Yes and no. So on one hand, you're right. Copper Blanco weapons are indeed good, but the only weapon that was like the best was the longsword. I was trying to think, dude, is there another weapon? Gun lance is pretty good. The hammer is very good. It would be the best if it had more purple. It's basically the only reason why no one uses it anymore. Back then, early on, a lot of people used it because people didn't understand the value of purple in this game. Like one dude was surprised. I can remember that my Cantor died earlier than his, and he was using the magnitude weapon, and he was basically fighting with white the entire fight. While I was using the same hammer, but I sharpened every single time I dropped under purple. And it's literally because purple is like what? 1.5? And what is white? 1.32, I think? Yeah, purple is super busted in this game, so staying at purple is such a huge buff. That's why weapons like Glacia Labolas among the poison, the Crow Turret, the Keitsu Hammer, the what else? Yeah, Copper Blanco has a lot of purple too. What else? So basically every weapon that has only a sliver of purple but shit ton of raw is usually just completely abandoned. Unless, I don't know, you can maintain the purple without losing deeps. No, I don't agree. I'm a big stan of purple. Sharpness +1 is my favorite weapon skill. So seeing purple being weakened, how many times? Twice? 3 times? It's so sad to me, chat. Yo, Snow, welcome. What exhausted you? Oh, because it's Pride Month? What were you up to, you little rascal? For Freedom Unite. They started out of Freedom Unite. Because Freedom Unite was the last time that it was 1.5. I don't like IG. Dislike. Sorry. Freudian slip. I don't dislike IG. That's pretty good. Yeah, I definitely need Rajang. How do you fight Rajang with hammer again? I know the head sniping strats, but that's only good for breaking horn and shit. Do you charged R1 the body? It's been so long, chat. Funny. I did a similar thing, not with IG, but with Longsword, where I posted a meme where I was like, this is how I feel waking up every single morning knowing that I'm not a Longsword user. It was a picture of a super buff dude. And some LS players, they cried, but the IG players, they have been crying a little bit more. But I don't dislike any weapon. Dislike using some weapons, sure. But disliking weapons for what? For the actions of of certain individuals. Oh no, don't unload your IG trauma, AkantoreX. Leave it. No, I don't dislike any weapon. But I can tell you that I have my worst experiences online with IG people. And I'm saying this despite playing through 4 Ultimate, where almost every person either was using IG and mount spammed, or I was using SwitchX because it had the highest display raw. But my bad experience came from... You remember Kolv, when Kolv Travath came out? Very early on. And you basically needed to go through different stages until you can finally repel her. That was very miserable, because in the last stage, when she was molting, or when she was dropping her coat, people, they just loved trying to mount spam her or jump onto her and attack in the air and yada yada. And they got just one shot in midair, because Kolv just ran at them, they died, and it was always the IG players. So I'm not trying to point out some patterns, but if there was a reason for me to say why I dislike IG players, it would be that small Kolv Travath sample size. The end. I don't think you can mount Kolv, but I don't know what their intention was. A lot of people, they see IG and they think, okay, I jump in the sky, I keep attacking, I'm safe here, I'm doing billion damage on this 10 back hit zone, and I'm gonna carry my weight. I'm not gonna talk or delve into the depth of actually optimizing DPS, etc. But whenever I see a helicopter IG resident, I just... something inside of me just brews, chat. And it's not a soup, it's not coffee, it's more like boiling shit. The end. No, Gunlance is a pretty cool weapon. I don't think there's anyone who dislikes Gunlance. Because Gunlance, in theory, just the concept, honestly, it's basically you have a cannon in your hand, but you use that cannon to stab. And if that isn't amazing, then I don't know. It's just on the blood is on Capcom's hands that they didn't make it into a weapon that is like not just a meme, but actually like one of the best weapons. Okay, so if I do more Kusha, I could technically make this longsword at some point. Okay, let's do Rajang. So from the limited amount of information that we have been granted by Ryuzo Tsujimoto-san, I can't help but be very cautiously optimistic, not because I'm disgruntled by the trailer, but more like it just wasn't enough for me to basically go off of and say, hey, the game might have like a design shift that I don't like. Because I've seen a lot of Doomers, whose first Monster Hunter was Monster Hunter World. And I think a lot of old school players went through the, how can I say, the doom and gloom phase, where they went, oh, this isn't Monster Hunter. It changed, it's no longer what it used to be. And now everyone else, now the fivers are going through it. But it's still Monster Hunter. There's not a single Monster Hunter that I can think of. At least not like a genuine Monster Hunter. I'm not talking about like Poka, Airi, Aru Village or whatever. That it wasn't good. That wasn't a good play. Except Rise Tower Defense. I mean, what the fuck were they thinking? And even then there's some people who like it. Lord, what an AI. This Friday. Man, time is a circle and all that. Lanka? Okay, no. Time is flying, holy shit. Does this work? Oh, it does. Ooh. I genuinely didn't know. Not much of a Rajang hammer, more longsword than greatsword. In older games, yes. New games, not so much. Now you basically need to angle yourself as you're stabbing so that you can just sidestep through his attacks. At least if you're talking about second gen. In other gens, I have no idea, man. But he's moving a lot, man. Craving, Rajang, and Snorri area, TBH. Yeah, figured. Just trying to get him into like a bigger area. Spin. Back jump. Spin now. Okay. Rajang, yes, but it takes 50% KO damage. So it takes super long to KO him. And also he's stalling like crazy. Okay. You mean the clash between the hunter and the monster? I don't know. Honestly, it looks to me that for me personally, I'm talking out of my own perspective. I don't need any fluff to the Monster Hunter combat. Just make the combat good, new monsters, spice it up usually, tweak some weapons who are not as strong, and that's it. And the more I see, like for example, the monster clashes, initially I always groan. I'm like, it's like when Pokemon adds something in one gen, and then they remove it in the next gen. even though it was a good change. But it feels like they add something so that you're more inclined to buy older games too. Because they add something that the newer ones don't. And initially, like right now, I'm pretty lukewarm on it. It might be great, might be situation, might suck. Who knows? But in actuality, I'd rather just have good, clean Monster Hunter combat. And that's why the older ones are so goated, chat. So goated. Why they've been risen up my neuron center, ya feel me? Etc. Because you just go in, you bang the monster has like a lot of shit moves or good moves, but there's only so many things that can happen, for example. And yeah. In the new games, they have shit added onto them. And like random factors, monster screaming wars in Freedom Unite, pimple popping 17 billion monsters beating each other up, and then the mind control marionette spider comes up, and then you can just bang them together like fucking Barbie dolls. And I don't know. I personally don't need that. Your Nightmare, welcome. Can we have a shout out for Nightmare? Or literally anyone else who's streaming. I don't know, I keep forgetting chat. Snarf like a Redditor? No, dude, there are some new things that are being hated on where I think, nah, that's actually a good change. So I don't want to snarf just because that's my opinion or whatever. I do think highly of my own opinion. I actually think my opinion is the best opinion in the world, coincidentally enough. But that doesn't mean that your opinions, in exclamation marks, inferior, can't hold some merit, you know? New Alex, welcome. And you're Only Baloney. Can we have a shout out for Oni too? I'm trying to keep him out of the lava so that I actually can bonk the face. I am just a little bit EP. Woke up from a nap and now I have to entertain the children. Wait, what's that? Is that a shakalaka? It's a random shakalaka stuck here. See the horns? It's bizarre. Something help me step bro, I'm stuck in volcanic magma. The final invitation Rajing, the second one. Yes, but he's only silver. Dude, that would be way faster if I just attack the body. I'm so committed to getting this one KO. I think he might actually die before getting it. Especially if he keeps up doing this shit. Yes. Weak pressure P-laser. Absolutely. Oh no! Dude. Especially that it took me like 2 minutes to get this one last attack off. He can't even fucking KO him, man. He just dies before. And you saw, like, 20% of my attacks went to the body. Unbelievable. Breadless art KOing fucking Rajing in Freedom Unite. I remember there was a very old video by... what's his name? Chrome Death Razor, some Filipino guy who uploaded runs, but his runs were more, let's say, good looking than fast. And I remember when he was doing like a hunting horn run or something on Rajang, I think. Could have been in a hammer too. And he KO'd Rajang. And I remember back then people were saying, "Whoa, that's so clean, great, you KO'd Rajang." Now I can kind of understand why. Pain in the ass. Wow, Apex, you're 10 years behind. Rajang died like 50 minutes ago. I'm only streaming for 30. Unfortunate. Okay, I got one horn. Now I need a Daora horn, and I think I'm gonna do Daora. I need a gem too. And then I have my high rank greatsword set done. My stream is delayed, but I'm using low latency. Are you lying to me, chat? Or maybe I'm not using low latency. I use the auto configuration wizard like 10 billion times. Speaking of which, I know I've been complaining about this for decades or so. Still no response from Twitch support. Twitch support, please. I'm perishing here. I demand, I require, please. Any tips for Furious Rajang and for you, Greatsword? Wow. Yes, I got actually a shit ton. First of all, if you're having enough firepower, and that is certainly not very difficult to get for basic bitch Rajang, let's say, you can leg lock him. Meaning, if you attack the same body part multiple times in a row, you can loop him in a certain stagger loop. Yeah, well, fine choice of words. So if you're struggling, just keep doing that. First strip you get, keep attacking the same body part. If you time it right, you can make him tumble in succession, then you win. No, it's okay, it's okay. But the other strat is basically you can just wait for like scripted attacks, like triple Blanca Ball or normal Blanca Ball. Keep your safe shots in. Even if you just do body shots, you're doing good damage. But judging by, what did you say? Advanced one in the village? That's the G-rank one, right? Yeah, Furious Rajang. Yeah, you can lock him pretty easy. I think Sergio's greatsword is enough. Aside from that, he has like a lot of openings that just telling you right now, dry, wouldn't really give you much information. Yeah, they have a weird history with Rajang, where they course correct him. Like, for example, he used to almost never stagger. Like, his stagger limit was super high. He wasn't really easy to get KO'd. And then in 4th gen, when he get back, he was like, dude, way easier in general. Way more openings, topples way more often. Then they brought him into World in Iceborne. He destroyed toddlers, and then they brought him back in Rise, and they basically gave him like horse tranquilizer or something. Ah, Kushala. Any Kushusis in chat? No, actually no. We got Luna though. I guess I need to do another Rajang. I want to use longsword, but yeah. Wait, let me open the one website. I don't know the name yet. Freedom Unite Veload, because I want to see what can I get out of the Katana Wolf. Weapon trees. Longsword. Ah, it turns into the Hellish Slasher, or the Red Dragon Blade. Okay, yeah, useless. Technically, I could upgrade... Yeah, I could upgrade the Blanco Destroyer. Yeah, a lot of good stuff, but unfortunately... Yeah, whatever. I'm in a very vindictive mood today. Should I make chat sit through another Lao? I don't even need anything specifically, but I need chat to suffer. No. I don't think I could survive doing that. Okay, we're waiting for Kushala to come back and I'm trying to beat something up in the meantime. Yeah, I've been pretty thorough here. There's almost nothing left. Still have Black Diablos I could do. Yeah, let's do the double Black Diablos then. Let's just hope they don't feel very sociable. Okay, let's do double Blackie. And then there's, I think, almost no genuine Slay quests left. Just need to hurry a little bit. Okay, I think he spawns like here. Okay, chat, what have you done this weekend? What have you done? Or was it here? I didn't bring flash bombs, unfortunately. Ah, there we go. Oh, got shoved away a little bit. Yesterday? Oh. If it takes you to shit blood to have a Sunday off, then I feel very bad for you, man. Also, is shitting blood something bad? Yeah. Oh, come on, don't do that to me. Yeah, all memeing aside, honestly, you should go to a doctor. If your diarrhea, your daily diarrhea is red, then slight concerns. Uh, Now that we've talked about the wonders in life, like for example the different colorations of our stool, not only people make a rainbow, but also our poo-poo does, or something like that. Yeah, what did I want to say again? Ah, my weekend. We went to a restaurant, like one of those restaurants that you usually don't really think exists. Like, for example, you pay 50 or something for venison or like deer ragu or whatever. Like 50 grams of meat. You pay $50 for it. So it's basically 100 for 100 grams. Very small portions. They don't satisfy you whatsoever. Everyone at the table had at least 100 on their bill after they were done. And honestly, I was so hungry after we were done. I didn't understand how you could go to a restaurant like that. Yeah, fancy pants restaurant. I don't understand why you could go to that. It didn't taste special. The portions were very small. It's like a status kind of thing. For me, it was a massive waste of money. And after we were driving home, I went to Burger King. I'm honestly not a fast food kind of guy, like going to Burger King or McDonald's. But I was craving, like, just something to fucking eat after being in that restaurant, having like 3 plates of food and still not being satisfied. It was insane, man. It wasn't that it tasted bad. It tasted like you could give me $5 and I could have made the same meal. What the main dish was supposed to be. It was like venison, cranberry sauce or whatever. There was like Butterspätzle, basically like some sort of noodle thingy, and they tasted like absolute nothing. I didn't even eat them after the first spoon. So yeah, the end. $70% of the time, well, then I missed the 30, then I got the 30%. I'm really not up for like, oh, let's go to this restaurant because then other people or we could think that we're high society or whatever. Snarf, snarf. It's not made for me. I don't dig. Or how you say in German, ich grabe nicht. Or ich schwanze nicht. I don't dig. But yeah, that being said, I asked my girlfriend like what the reasoning was to pick this restaurant out of all of them, and she said, "You just don't get it," and I think I really don't. Chat, do you care? Would you care if I took you out to McDonald's, or would you want to go to I don't know what kind of American chains you have. American high 5-star Michelin star restaurant. I ate a kebab today. Very inoffensive, by the way. I'm trying to try and to eat as many different kebabs as I can, to find like one kebab store that is like genuinely good, because I'm living in a fucking student city. You would think that kebabs taste very good here, like amazing, but they taste very, I want to say, average. And the reason why that is so funny to me, and the reason why it kind of makes sense to me, is this is a very liberal city, so people probably eat ass like almost daily. So maybe they can differentiate between a kebab that tastes like ass and a good kebab. I don't know. I'm just that befuddled that the kebabs here in my city are so bad. Yeah, but the ass that you can eat here is more like digging your lower jaw through shrubbery and manure. And not like a Brazilian butt-lifted booty or whatever. Yeah, that being said, the kebab I ate today was very inoffensive and didn't really hit. I think I'm dead. Oh yeah, wow. The double roar into body check combo. You can take me... Take me... The German's fast food chain. Ah, you mean to the German? I don't think we have, like, German fast food chains. We're just copying McDonald's and Burger King. Then call them, like, Burger Baron or... Donald's Mackie. Whatever. Something like that. If I posted this on Reddit, someone would have said something like,
Sweet child. It is your fault for not bringing a weapon that has... snarf, guard. Snarf, snarf.
Whenever I'm making these these nerd comparisons, and you think that I'm just joking, and that no one talks like that, there are so many people that to the lamenting of my mental state, they are on Reddit and they love posting like just cringy topics everywhere they go. I do know for a fact that there are people like that who speak like this constantly in the comments. Like there's a you know, there's a certain society online, people who are deeming themselves as underdogs. Being optimal or good isn't the way to go. No one wants you to do good, chat. Only your best, even if it fucking sucks. Okay, let me stop with the theatralics. But they do take every single opportunity they can to talk down to you if you are not meeting their standard, which is like average. So it's a kind of weird like mentality. Can't dodge through the second gen Diablo's roar. Look at this. He spams the fucking charge. Yeah, that's not too bad. Yeah, with Hammer, you want to stay close, otherwise you get fucking cucked like I am getting. Man, just every single G-rank monster in the arena, I would be so happy in Freedom Unite, so happy. Just thinking about doing Tigrex in the snowy mountains, and there's a Gia Prey getting cleaved in half with every swing of your sword. I remember, chat. I remember. Okay, enough. What was your, let's say, highlight in the Wilds trailer? For some reason, I feel like we didn't really talk about it that much. It was more like dooming, like usual. And I'm not negative Nancy enough to get hung up on only the things that I didn't like. And I kind of feel like the most cherished and basically acknowledged thing is that, oh, we got new Coomer baits. See this woman? I'm gonna draw her having sex with a Velociprey. It's gonna show. It's gonna show. Who? Anyway, it's gonna show someone. Technically, I could get the Yama longsword. It fucking sucks, but it does look interesting. Yeah, that's what happens when you see a real weapon being used. Wink wink. You elusive, welcome. Okay, let's see if Kushala's here. And then after that I can finally use Greatsword again against the two high-rank monsters who are left, I guess. Speaking of anime or whatever, usually before bed I read a little bit of manga or manhwa, whatever, and I'm trying to find some who are more obscure that might be good, and some of them who I may have started reading a while ago but never finished. And I put some mangas in my library. Like, for example, I have a app which is called Takiyomi, which basically lets you go through different websites and add certain mangas to... I've read Berserk already, like a while ago. Which is weird, because every chapter is a while ago. Oh no. Okay, no Kushala here. Then I have to do Rajang again. And I started rereading Goblin Slayer year 1, not the normal one, because I wanted to read it year 1, like basically chronologically. 1, then the normal Goblin Slayer, and then a brand new day or whatever, I don't know. And I just now realized how full of ass and tits shots, especially of underage people, that manga is. Unbelievable. I think the cowgirl chick, who's like the childhood friend of the dude, him and her around that time I think are like 15 or so, 13, 15 or so, and she's being drawn like a fucking porn star in almost every panel. She does like seductive poses, huge ass tits. They have to show her how she's sleeping and her blanket is only covering only a sliver of her ass. Very, very creepy stuff, chat. Wallahi, Japan is finished, or whatever. Berserk has such a bitter aftertaste for me, that manga's getting updated like twice a year. Who knows if it's gonna follow Kentaro Miura's 100% vision. And the longer something goes, and you want it really badly, the more you kind of lose interest. It's kind of like someone dangling something in front of you. You want it, you want it, you want it, and then they don't give it to you. But you know they're gonna give it to you eventually if you beg more enough, but at some point it just doesn't feel like it's worth it. Isn't this classic Japan? Yeah, I guess, unfortunately. Chad, am I the crazy one if I'm getting sick to my stomach when I see toddlers being half naked? Am I the weird one, Chad? Don't answer, please. I couldn't stomach you saying a meme answer. So EP, I'm drinking on this coffee for like 1 hour now. And I still feel I just woke up. Shh. The coffee is surprisingly still warm, but warm is like the only word I can use. Because every other magnitude of warmth, heat, temperature above warm would be a lie. I was drinking. Rude. At least there's no food that can get cold, except if you count this apple and banana. Hey man, take it as like a compliment to chat. When something is getting cold, oh shit. That means that I'm so invested into my own chat, into my own stream, that I'm letting my food get cold over my hunger. Get it? Understand, chat? Understand that mental gymnastics I'm doing to justify why I let my food get cold all the time. Because I simply forget. very unfortunate. I shall continue though. Okay. No Kushala long neck. Okay, then for next time, if I can, I will procure Momonga, and then I can do some online stuff in the hub. At least if he wants to. I'm already adding him as an asset, even though I don't even know if he is interested. But yeah, doing a hub high rank sounds boring, especially if you did Naked. Like hub low rank and high rank is the whatever. It's so funny that you can get the horns after you fucking shatter them. Oh, there we go. After you shatter them mid-hunt. But a shiny drop that's lying around for more than a minute. Oh, I guess we can't fight it anymore. Yoopie doopie doo. Surely you have something to get down, otherwise you will crawl the walls this night.
Damn, why are you being so protective, Mr. Sam 6?
Some Coke and Red Bull, brother.
Always up for jests. That's why I like ya. Here, the number of my sister. She may not be as alive as she used to be. But man, you can probably wake her up with that kind of energy.
Oh no, someone broke in. Nah man, that's actually... Well, first of all, my condolences, but... If you try to get through a breakup while being on something, you kind of build a certain dependency on that way of getting through that. I'm talking out of experience. I never tried using substances, but usually when I drank or when I got high or whatever, way back, then usually I didn't really give myself time to, how can I say, confront my thoughts, you know? After some time, you just don't care anymore. The easiest thing to do is just to get new memories or something to override the old ones. Oh shit. But yeah, being at work, you're kind of fucked. I guess you have to tell your boss that, yo, my recent haul has left me. Ah, it's Pride Month, right? My equal partner left me. Or I left her, whatever. Can I sit at home and twiddle my thumbs instead of being here and wasting my time while being paid? I would really appreciate it. Or isn't there, it's something like mental health days being mandated now? I don't remember. Yeah, but I feel you. It fucking sucks. Like, for me personally, it's not the breakup that sucks. Usually what sucks is you're getting into a rut because you don't know what to do with yourself. Considering usually when you're in a relationship, especially if you live together, you realize how much time you spend together, and you now need to fill it in a different kind of way. That's usually what my problem used to be. But when you get into something new, like a hobby, or I don't know, you get very deep in a video game, sometimes that helps. It's fucking easy to get through it. And there's a reason why the breakup happened. So usually when you realize, for example, when you were the one who broke up, then it's easier, but then you can, because you can remind yourself that there was a reason why you even got to this point, etc., etc. Sorry, I didn't... in finance. Understandable. Yeah, sorry for those people who are... who didn't come here for relationship talk, but I don't know. Typical male behavior. Hear a problem, instantly wanna rush in with solutions. Yeah, it's not advice, I'm just trying to sympathize with you because I know it fucking sucks, but it's like almost every single bad thing. Like at some point you don't even remember that it happened. Just hope that time goes by rather quickly, and then I don't think you really need advice. I think what you need is just something to do. But anyway, I was in the middle of something before you started. I completely forgot now. What was I about to say? I don't know. But on a different topic, Godzilla Minus One is on Netflix now. And I was thinking about how about we do a watch night this evening. Not this evening, I mean this weekend. Just some Godzilla Minus One together. Because the last Godzilla we watched together was Shin, I think. I think we didn't watch Godzilla X Kong. We didn't watch... I think we didn't even watch Godzilla vs. Kong. So we have like 3 new Godzilla movies. Actually 5. The mini movies we haven't watched either. Oh shit. Flinching monkey. Oh. Yeah, for those people who don't know, we used to do these movie nights where we just watched movies together or anime. For example, there are some animes a lot of people didn't know about until recently, or they just didn't watch them. And one of them was Dorohedoro. It got recommended to me like a good while ago, and at the start you have like no idea what's going on, and when you're done you have no idea what's going on. But still very interesting read, and if you're not deterred that the anime only has 1 season, then you can also watch it on Netflix first season. That being said, I don't mind like reviving the movie night thingy. Like 1 night every weekend, 1 movie, maybe an anime or whatever. Am I fitting in yet, chat? Look, I'm watching anime too. Am I one of you guys now? What's the last anime I watched? Does the One Piece live action count? If not, then I seriously can't remember. Holy shit. Not sure. Well, most of the time you do want to use raw. Like for example, Element can bridge the gap of like 90 raw that's missing. And if that sounds a lot, like for example, let me give you a little bit of a taste what the discrepancy between the raw stats is between like a elemental and a raw weapon. Copper Blanco Destructor has 320 true raw. So that's without the bloat. Let's take the Thunder Longsword, for example. Wailing Cleaver Shin has 70 raw less. 70. You might think, oh, the fuck that means? That's pretty much like having 4 times attack up large stacked on top of each other to be able to bridge the gap. And just a little bit of element, like 56 element, is not gonna bridge that gap. And there's something called status tags in Monster Hunter, where usually when a weapon has status, there are some exceptions, but most of the time that's correct. If the weapon has status, it has just way lowered raw. There are only 2 weapon types that usually get like a pass on that, not weapon types, status. That is blast and poison. Poison and blast, they don't really adhere to that rule, but usually para and sleep weapons, they are just getting nerfed for no reason. With element, sometimes you do have a weapon that has good raw and good element, but in Freedom Unite, the majority of weapons that have element, they just have way less raw. Patalis Longsword, 260 raw. Hold on, what else do I have? Silver, 260. The max upgrade of Lao Longsword, 220. 100 true raw less. That's a lot. So yeah, there's no real point using element except if the monster is like has like a 45 hit zone and like 30 element whatever. Against Narga, for example. Narga's head is not as squishy as Tigrex, but takes a lot of element. So for Narga, you can go both ways. You can use just true raw, like raw nothing else, or you can use some element, raw and element, or poison, because poison in this game is still decent, because monsters don't have like huge HP amounts. Okay, enough talky. Let's put on our greatsword. Now, if you want to go like complete balls to the walls, maxed out damage, and the only thing that matters to you is like what the number looks like at the end after damage calculations, I would always just go raw. You can't go wrong unless there's a monster that has a hit zone that's like below 45, which is basically the cutoff point for weakness exploit. But if you have a weapon that has good raw and good element, and you know this monster at this body part that I keep attacking is weak to this element, then bring it. Hidden Blaze, then Kushala. Yokami, Freedom Unite today or not? By the way, can you do me a favor that next time if something happens on Discord, like playing wise, can you message me on WhatsApp instead? Because I don't get notifications from Discord. I always have to check myself, and usually when I'm not sure if something is happening, I don't even bother checking. Okay, looks good. Yeah, that's the reason why they probably have bloat numbers. But the bloat numbers, for those people who don't know how you even get those, is... So, Greatsword has a bloat number of 5.2, I think. And 5.2 basically is the bloat number is just a triangle attack. So SNS, the first attack, the slash, I think has a 12% damage modifier. So basically that means from your entire attack, 12% of that is being dealt as a slash. For Greatsword, the draw slash is 52. So if we took... 4.8, my bad. Yeah, it's 4.8. I think Hammer was 5.2. Let's see, I'm gonna open the calculator. This Greatsword has 912. 912 divided by 4.8, its true raw is 190, etc. They just made it so that you don't think that SNS and Greatsword are doing the same amount of damage, which is why a lot of people were taking Switch Axe and For You, because Switch Axe used to or still has the highest bloat number, 5.4, I think. Whoops, what the fuck am I doing? Okay. Oh no. You have to make... That's why you have to make like 50 billion new decos, even if you can just say, oh, I can just share them between armors. Nah, If I will re-equip this piece, it won't have artisan, even though I saved it with the artisan deco. What a pain. Ah, okay. It did indeed need a weapon slot. Okay. Huh? Oh no. Fuck off, man. Doing. I need 2 slots to make it work. Dun dun. Yeah. Kind of cucked myself a little bit. Okay, okay. Technically, I could make the set. I would need 3 more short charged, and I need more senator pieces. I just don't want to. I wanted purple. I can get purple and short charge. I could if I have a greatsword with 2 slots, but very unlikely. Oh, that's so unfortunate. So I basically did this all for nothing. At least until I can upgrade this greatsword, which I should be able to do as soon as I get into G rank. I think there's a Narga event quest that I can grind. Okay, that's a huge bummer now. Is there a better greatsword? Yep, but I'm gonna do more. Just give me a little bit of time. I need to check if I can make a better greatsword than what we have. Okay, hold on. Judgment. 1 second. Judgment. Nope. You can upgrade it beyond that. What a pain in the ass. Blushing Dame. Technically. Because I need that greatsword for... I wanted to redo my White Fatalis run, but I just wanted to finish it. I didn't. I just basically went into armor mode and then I didn't continue. And the only greatsword that works with that set is Brunhild. And it's because it has decent raw, good purple, dragon also helps, but it's the 2 slots, so I might just get Blushing Dame, Sieglinde, Teuternia, Blushing Dame, Alf Blade, Brunhilde. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna do that. Ah, there we go. Sieglinde. No! No, I have made it twice. Oh my god. So stupid. Okay, let's do Pink Rathian. Quick. Before someone notices what I've done. Oh my god, how awkward. The cardinal sin. No, man. I think at least the gear was shit. I hope so. I'm gonna sell the other one. Okay. Let's do Pinky first, and then the rest. Oh, yo, Mr. Ice Cold. Welcome. Are you excited that we're slowly but surely getting closer to your request? Let me open the text file real quick. Yumosh. Hammer Heroics. Oh, technically I could do Sanjiriki's request. Already, yeah. I need to ask when Sanjiriki is here if he wants me to do the G-Rank event Akantor, or if he wants me to do the Naked Akantor. But if I do the Naked Akantor, I will use high rank gear. The time of when we were bowling Naked Akantor with G-Rank armor is over, chat. He's over. Oh yeah, let's do this quest. Focus, no sharpness +1, but we have to for a little bit. What's up, Mosh? Did you watch Godzilla -1? You probably missed it, but I might bring back movie nights for a little bit of Godzilla action. Yo Hunter, welcome. Should start bringing paintballs. And Yo Hunter 52, damn. Any more hunters in chat that I don't know of?
Meow.
Nice. Yeah, I'm almost more appreciative of the lurkers than the chatters. I know, very weird statement, but imagine there are some people who never say anything, but they sit in my chat every single day, just bathing in my giga autism, getting drenched. But when the time is right, they reveal themselves. Like when I say, "What's your favorite VTuber?" Then they are cascading out of the sluice gates.
It's no Hondo-chan. She is very cute and pretty. I even appreciate her occasional racist streaks. Snarf, snarf.
But of course, everyone who's chatting, I appreciate you too. I know it's very difficult to open up and put yourself out there and text in streamers' chat. But yeah, for someone who's not really getting the Twitch grind, and I'm only basically doing streaming and nothing else on Twitch, I'm double appreciative of people who are sitting here for like 8 hours and listening to this schizoid ramble about random ass things. Okay. Yeah. If there's anything I can be autistic about, it's Monster Hunter. Your Headwind, welcome. Zoinks. Yeah, Hunter, that's what I'm thinking too. I picked my name when I was... Oh my god. That was during the iHunt days, I remember. I guess it's been more than a year since I told you how I even got to my name. I basically wanted a name with Rex at the end, like king, because I had Latin in school. And I always liked the word Rex, probably because of dinosaurs or whatever. And... and then I was like, oh,
Tigrex is pretty cool because the current Monster Hunter I'm playing is Freedom 2. So I'm gonna call myself Tiger Tigrex Rex.
and then that sounded shit. And then I thought, okay, what other cool monsters are in Freedom 2? Rajang Rex, Teostra Rex. So it could have been any of those. And now it's AkantoreX. Not AkantoreX or AkantoreX. It's supposed to be like Akantor King. And I wanted the first and the last letter to be both bold. Like big numbers, big letters I mean. And now I'm thinking, damn, that's a perfect name to pick for anyone who's 12 years old. But nowadays, as a non-12-year-old, not too sure. Yeah, I could have even turned into fucking AkantoreX, man. Who knows? Whoa, the fuck happened? I saw a medium blood splurt. Tigrex Killer 96, super edgy, super creative. AkantoreX, yeah. I bit my tongue. Youchie. But yeah, if I could change my name, honestly, it would be something with an A, definitely. Because my real name starts with an A. And I like names that start with an A and end with like a Z. But there's nothing really you could whip up, that you could cook up. That sounds great. That starts with an A and ends with a Z. Ahmed, what the fuck? My real name, my first name is Arnold. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Or, yeah, there are not many other Arnolds apparently. Adolf Z. I think I heard the name Adolf has a negative connotation. And it sounds also like the name doesn't really sound that good either anyway. Like Adolf sounds like a very old name. Like, for example, there are some German names who are made for old people. And then I can't imagine like someone with like 3 years old being called like Udo, Bernhard, come here, Bernhard, Bernie, come here, and then Goo Goo Gaga. I demand milk to fill my empty belly. It's famished, mother, fetcheth me a nipple. Yeah, there's some names who are just made for like old people.
Rita! Rita! Mein kleines Fruchtstückchen! Mögest du bitte in die Küche kommen, um dir dieses Toast einzuverleiben? Guck mal, habe ich entdeckt. Mamas Joghurt.
Kommen die Früchte in den Mixer!
Und der kommt oben drauf. Meine Mama sagt dazu Froop. Aber ich sag dazu Fruchtalarm.
Dude, the fucking Froop ad is living rent-free in my brain. But yeah, it was enough craziness that I had to dispel from my brain. Huh? Trägst du da ein Pride-T-Shirt oder was ist das? Regenbogenfarben verboten. Ja, diesen Monat kannst du hier ein bisschen machen, ne? Ach so, ja, ich mach nur Spaß. Jetzt geht's der Streamer, dude. I wasn't talking to myself. Believe me, chat, I'm not talking to myself. I'm really living with someone. Yeah, I was speaking German. Am I supposed to talk in English to my girlfriend? She's coming in and she's saying,
Hi.
I guess hi was English. No, headwind, it's fucking over. We lost the rainbow. We have lost it. You live within my walls. Funny thing is that we have two neighbors. And one of them live above us and the other one lives below us. The people below us, the most nicest, quietest people. I wouldn't even know they existed if there wasn't a door leading up to their apartment in the hallway. The people above, though, it's impossible to dodge them. They are an elderly couple, two men, always feeling like they need to socialize, and socialize basically means they want someone to listen to their monologue. And I trained myself to just not give a shit. If I don't want to listen, I just say it. I say I'm busy, whatever. But apparently this is new to one of them, and he always starts crying when I say, oh, I don't have much time. Sorry, I can't listen to you tell me the same story 3 times in a week, how you visited this country and it was beautiful, and etc, etc, pp. So if I had someone in my walls, I would send them just up, talk to him.
Oh, you're the demon living in our walls now? Here, let me tell you about a story like 60 years ago when I was in a place and then I sat on a bench and there was like a cucumber next to me, and then I realized that I might be vegetarian.
Etc. Joe Makibo, welcome. I think I didn't get my stuff right. I did. Oh. Etc. Now, the issue with me is I always try to be very nice. But there are people who they take advantage of it, but they can't differentiate between someone just trying to be nice so that you don't get your feelings hurt, and someone who has like genuine interest in everything you have to say. And I would argue the second category is significantly more rare than some people realize. Like, let's be honest. Imagine you are like 90 years old and you talk to someone who is like less than 1/3 of your age, and then you start talking about like you've been in Italy once and you sat on a boat and the weather was nice, etc. for the 5th time in like 1 month. How much do you think this person gives a shit? Not much. What did I want to say? It's basically, okay, to make it a little bit more understandable, it's as if I would randomly start talking about Monster Hunter to someone who just got out of war or something. Or not got out of war, but like, he was a war veteran, he doesn't even have a smartphone, the biggest technology he has ever used was a microwave, and then I start talking about Monster Hunter, about iframing attacks, and how you can stagger manipulate something like that. Old stories by someone who has some story to tell, but that dude upstairs has like 2 stories, and he keeps repeating them ad nauseum, and I just can't take this shit no more. Oh, whatever. I still haven't made a water weapon. Okay, let's clear the other quest. Lunastra with a greatsword? I think that's gonna suck. Last time I did Tio, it took forever. He says. Still taking the quest. Mendovo. Thank you for the raid, man. I really appreciate it. Can we have a shout out for Mendovo? Monster Hunter World. Yeah, water weapons and Freedom Unite. Not a good thing. Considering that, for some reason, a lot of water weapons, they just end in low rank or G rank. High rank, my bad. Hold on. Here. Cutlass. Water dual blades. Good for Gravios. Your bloodline is finished in low rank. Let's see. Other water dual blades. The Guild Knight Sabers. Surely you've stocked up on random exotic items like small golden fish. What? You don't have 10 small golden fish? At least you have like 5 black pearls, right? No? 4 light crystals? No? Ah, okay. Then you can just upgrade them. It's okay. You need 8 light crystals to upgrade them now? So for them to be finally useful? Unfortunate. Upgrade, Nova Crystal, Bazario's Tears. Yeah. Water chats doesn't look that good for us. Water longsword. See you in G rank. I mean it. The only water longsword minus the white monoblast one, which also ends in high rank, by the way, is a where is it? Aquarius or whatever it's called. Where is it? Yeah. Where is it? For those people who don't know, I'm looking through my second monitor through like a weapon tree, and it doesn't really look that good. Ah, here, Aqua Guardian, G rank exclusive. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, water weapons in Freedom Unite are a dying breed. I don't need a water weapon. Poison would be fine too. I might honestly just make the Garuga hammer. And while I'm doing this, I might grab the Garuga lance, and then I can just lance. Or maybe Gypsy Rose dual blades. Hold on. Could make this too. Ah, here we go. Rubbery hide. Yeah, let's grab that right now. Because those dual blades are actually pretty good. But first of all, let's do Luna. A joke. Let me tell the joke that my girlfriend told chat last time. Was ist der Unterschied zwischen einem Kühlschrank und einem Bohrloch? Der Kühlschrank pupst nicht, wenn du die Wurst rausziehst. Okay, I saved my English chat from that one. That's the only joke I know. My life is full of keeper. Okay. she told that joke on stream last time. She just came here and it was like,
Do you want to listen to a joke?
I said no, but she kept going. Nice joke. No, I don't really have jokes on demand. Like, my humor is more like situational, bouncing off of someone. Okay, trying to gauge how much damage you need to stagger. Okay, this was 2 full charges. Oh, cool. By the way, I was looking at some older speedruns from back in the day. There are 2 Tio times, 140 Tio with Greatsword, who are having exactly the same time. Vanitas run and some dude called Blupo or whatever. They both got the same time, 643 or something. And the strat is basically humping back legs, which is very funny. And I was thinking that a lot of things you learned in newer Monster Hunter games can be applied in older Monster Hunter games. That you just want to be as spammy as possible. If you don't know what I'm talking about, like for example, the more attacks you can weave in, the more attacks you can just swish swoosh, even if they're not super optimal, it's still better than waiting for the most optimal approach. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, I can tell you. For example, this GU mod that I've been using with CB, remember? It's still not that much faster, even though I have better moveset, just because GU CB, like normal CB, the nerfed one, let's say, is just way spammier, and you get way more small attacks in. than you would usually get. So my times are not really that much faster compared to like the OG times. And it's only because you weave in so much more attacks in between. Okay, I keep forgetting. Monster Hunter chat doesn't care about Monster Hunter.
Streamer, say something funny.
But yeah, basically what I was trying to say with all of this rambling is that I think a lot of runs from, like, especially from 3rd and 4th gen, can be revised by just being way more spammy. Like spamming more SADs, etc. Something that never came to mind in 4U to me. Or attacking other weak zones that are not just the head. Jen, not Chan. Also, I didn't have a prostate exam. I dread the day where I actually need to do that at some point. What's the age you have to get that when you're like 40? Or is it like a disguised kink that you have to unlock or whatever? It really depends. Poop Diet, great name by the way. Because for example, it's basically the strat for every elemental matchup, is spamming SADs. Then with Zenogre, you can keep him in a perpetual lock, and for 140 Gore, you do that too. And arguably, you do the same thing with Rajan. So now I'm really... Oh, okay, back legs aren't cut weakness yet. With Rajang, it was like a mixed, like a hybrid thingy, where you sometimes you do want to spam SAD, sometimes you don't want to. It's really dependent on the matchup. 40 plus, dude, then I still got some time. Yuck. Sorry, I know it's not very Pride Month of me to say, but I don't want anyone to put even a finger in my butthole. Just the thought makes me irk. Don't ban me, Twitch. That's true, Alex. That is definitely true. But it's still better. Like, for example, the run I was watching, Tio, it's better to wait until you get to attack the head. And then you just take a shot that's very safe on the back legs. And with 140 Tio, the strat is basically you want to stay here. This is the midpoint of the monster. Okay, now of course she flies away now. So what that does is, Tio sometimes does, you know, where he just spreads dust, etc. And when he spreads dust, he can either do it in front of him or behind him. So obviously the best thing is for him to do it behind him, because then you have a free attack on the face. But just him doing the dust attack, front or back, is already better than almost every single thing else, because then you can just do a full charge on the legs, worst case scenario, which is still a, what, 55 cut hit zone or something? So yeah, it's better to just keep smashing instead of just waiting for a slightly better opportunity. Well, 140 Rajang is optimal in the sense that there's no real opening to be explored anymore. There's a very luck-based opening that I wanted to actually implement, but for you to get that opening at all, very, 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 very luck-dependent. And it's the one where you predict him doing Blanca Ball, and then you can snipe him out of the very first Blanca Ball. It's a free headshot. It's basically one free charge on top, which is always a headshot. But it works like 30% of the time. And I don't want to bother grinding that luck. Yo, Tatsunoko, welcome. I still haven't paid attention how many attacks. I think it's full charge and to draw. Yeah, I'm preoccupied with talking when I should be slashing. Chad, how was your AkantoreX free stream? I know it has to be hell. Because if I'm the center of my life, then I must be the center of your life too. There's no other explanation for that. You might as well not exist if I'm not around. So if I just leave, I don't know what could you even do with your day except sitting here on Twitch, watching some random German dude beat up monsters. Something you could do yourself. You're foolish, lad. Huh? Was it neck? If so, why did I get medium blood on neck? Oh my god, the sharp curve. Nuggets. Honestly, how do you not go insane with the nonsense I sometimes say? While studying, I would basically just open the sluice gate and all the things you learn from studying would be gone. While some random German one-liners would be stuck where usually your information that you were supposed to learn should go. Well, that's very sad, Sentinel. And also kind of cute. Let's mate. Chat. My coffee is cold. How could that happen? Last sip I took was when I was fighting Rajang. You're bald? Oh, he's over. I mean, honestly, living in the present is such a double-edged sword. Because on one hand, you basically have, if you're bald, if you're genetically, let's say, second class. Oh my god, that sounded so bad. No, if you were unlucky with genetics and you were dealt a less favorable hand, oh my god, that was heavy. Then you're living in the current age where you can basically get like hair plugs or just get a wig or whatever. Your shortcomings can be concealed. But at the same time, you're living at an age where people even gave a shit about that. Like in medieval times, if you had like no hair, who cares? But you also didn't have the options to get rid of that. So while you do have options to hide away your shortcomings, you're also living in a society where people only started giving a shit about that kind of stuff. The end. Favorable, dude. You can tell I didn't speak in English in 2 days and already starting talking, maybe more inks, started talking in fucking hieroglyphs again. Durr. Can I give another instant charge? No, I'm not trying to summon Cthulhu. No, I'm not talking in Swedish. Sometimes the biggest issue I have when I'm talking in English is because I'm trying to literally translate what I want to say from German to English. And that usually doesn't work. Because there's more nuance to that. It's almost every language that is like that. But sometimes the things I want to say in German is just so perfect. The comedic timing is just on point. But then when I say it in English, it sounds like completely deflated. Oh damn, I almost forgot. I can actually break her horns. She looks like... Oh my god. She looks like she's owning 50 cats. No, I learned it myself. When I was actually learning English in school, I needed private tutoring, which didn't help at all. It was just this grandma who tried to teach me English, but she tried to teach me English as if she was trying to teach me how to eat with chopsticks. She basically went off of her experience and tried to explain it in a way where someone with her knowledge would understand it. But someone who has no idea about English and can't even understand spoken English, that was when I was like 11 or 12. That was very bad. Then I stopped going and I learned English on the internet, and that's the entire story. Beauty standards, yeah, wasn't the beauty standard back then the fatter you are, the more appealing you are, considering that you can, I don't know, you can afford more grain or porridge or cadavers of run over cats or whatever. I don't care. Whatever they ate. Yes. Kind of want to cut the tail. Yeah, man. 2002. How old were you in 2002, Alex? 20? Okay, Riptail. 4. Sure. Geezer. Wow. Penner is very morbidly obese. I ordered new hamster food for her because she's very picky with her current one, and she doesn't eat anything that isn't like full of calories, so that she may become even more morbidly obese. But I haven't seen her today. She feels very fat today, and when she's feeling very fat, she does like 20 hours of sleeping, then 20 minutes of midnight drinking on her bottle, which sounds like this. For like 10 minutes straight. She's a very thirsty girl. It's the equivalent of waking up in the morning or in the middle of the night and fucking deep throating your 1.5 liter water bottle. Water. Yes. Her name is Penna. Okay, that's not cool. 1 liter. Yes. Huh. Not what I expected to happen, but I guess everything went better than expected. I was trying to hit her head because I knew she would stagger, but then she kind of missed, I kind of missed. Huh? That's not how momentum works. She slapped my ass and I fell into the direction of her slap. It's like someone, like body checking someone and they, I don't know, the force bounces back and then you get body checked. Bizarre. Yeah, no tail cutting, unfortunately. Poop diet Elder Dragons in all the Monster Hunter games, even in low rank. I think Kushala already had 3 times the HP that normal low rank monsters have. Unfortunately, I don't know a website that shows the HP of the monsters in 2nd gen. But Tio, I think in G rank, not the jump one that you have to kill in 1 round. How much HP does he have? Like 14,000 or something like that. If you don't know how much that is in the grand scheme of things. Tigrex in low rank has 2.4k. Kushala has 3 times that. So this Luna probably has 9 or 10,000 HP. While everything else here has like 3,000, 4, maybe if they're tanky. So yeah, you're supposed to repel them. You're supposed to repel them, they leave after 25 minutes. And then you can fight them in different rounds, weakened. You're not supposed to kill them in like 1 round. Supposed meaning that they were not made to be like a quick and easy deal. That's why they usually take a little bit longer. And Greatsword is definitely not the best weapon to kill them. Hammer and Longsword are way better, because you can lock them almost entirely. Like G-Rank Tio I think is a full lock with Longsword. Hammer gets like the topple, plus KO, plus getting a good hit zone, and so on and so forth. But she should be dead soon. Hammer, Longsword, and Greatsword are definitely the strongest weapons in this game. Okay. Well, Longsword can lock Tio completely. If you count hits, you can basically do attack, attack, attack. Tio gets up, you time your attack, topples again. Does it take practice to get the lock off, or a little bit of luck that he doesn't instant charge you as soon as he gets up? Sure. But technically, that's basically the way to go, to grind Tio. Fatalis Longsword, go into G-Rank Tio in the swamp, get your spirit bar up, count hits, donezo. Wilds gameplay. I think we talked about it already, but it wasn't really gameplay for me, to be honest. It was more like a mini showcase of the focus thingy, the new focus gameplay stuffy. Not really excited about the gameplay stuff. Excited because it's Monster Hunter. But the gameplay stuff was pretty bare bones, and I think they held back because, well, Summer Game Fest is approaching. Huh. Iceborne Luna Tail would have hit me from base cam. Kind of want a tail now. I'm committed. I'm committed to this one carve of Elder Dragon Bone. The footage, by the way, the footage that they showed us, the quality was fucking terrible. Because they showed some screenshots later on of almost exactly the same thing. The sandblasted, shitty Doom and Gloom Resident Evil engine filter was nowhere in sight. At least not as bad. So, yeah, I was actually a little bit concerned because I hate how the Resident Evil filter looks like. You know, how the game looks like from, let's say Resident Evil 4 Remake. I'm assuming this is the one that most people played. And the game always looks so doomy, gloomy, darky, schmarky. Fits for a horror game. But when you're trying to show normal people... Oh, my triangle input got dropped. Normal people, they look oily, greasy, as if they would turn into a leech monster like any second now. And I was concerned that the monster might all look like Resident Evil maggot demons or whatever. But when I saw the screenshots, no, they actually look rather clean. Oh man. How the fuck did I get hit so many times? New Dawn Machine. Indeed, I was socializing this weekend, but I'm back. Initially, I wanted to only stream for 2 hours, then be done. But I guess I can finish Nakot. Dead? Holy tankeroli, man. Combo greatsword. Actually, if she left, that wouldn't be too bad. Then I would get 2 rewards in... At the... Oh my god, my stamina. At the price of 1. Yeah, no stamina. Oh no! I need to carve the tail, quick. No! Oh my god. Rushed. Yeah, you can't roll with 20 stamina. It's not like how it used to be in newer Monster Hunter games. You got 10 stamina? Here, take 2 rolls, brother. You're Slava. No, it's okay. Dude, not unlucky. Very washed with Greatsword against Luna. Actually, I can't remember. Did I ever use Greatsword against them? I remember back then I used like Hunting Horn, fucking hammer on back leg humping. Quote unquote back leg, front legs. But still repelled. Unbelievable. Tonfas. Thing is that if you bring a weapon like Tonfa into Monster Hunter, like normal Monster Hunter, and the... Wow, what an end screen. I don't know what was happening, but oh boy. Tonfas, from what I've seen, are very aerial, and IG's already taking over that niche, so... Ah, that's a pretty good SNS. For only poisoning shit, of course. And only useful in high rank. Unbelievable. But yeah, this is one of my favorite SNS's design only. It's just an iron sword, coated in, I don't know, jam, and some voodoo doll. Yeah, I love that shit, man. I like weapons like these who have soul. Giving me just a random ass slab of iron. Like this one, for example, I think is ugly as shit, even though it's also just an iron sword. But make the iron sword a little bit different. Like this, for example. Banger. Shaka Laka. Oh no. Ah, I didn't even upgrade my armor. What was the plan of that again? have no idea. A mod for resolution? No. I basically cranked up all the settings to max. And on top of that, I also am using... Well, I want to say I'm using custom textures, but they're not being loaded. So I am using some custom textures, but none of them are like the true increase of textures that I could get. They only work for Freedom Unite, not for 2nd G apparently. And since this is a modification of 2nd G, I'm basically only playing on upscaled resolution. That's it. I can show you, hold on. Here, where can I see? Graphics... Huh? Ah, here, rendering resolution 10 times PSP. PSP was what? 240 or something? See? It doesn't note my fucking new textures. I ran out of meat again, chat. Unbelievable. But I'm really spoiled when it comes to graphics now. Chat, you don't know, but something out of my life. I know it's very sad to admit that, but it's true. I never really had a good computer. But to be honest, my computers always sucked very badly. Not because I didn't have the moolah to buy a better PC, but it was more like I wanted to buy a PC that can play anything I can play right now without splooging. And then a game that I wanted to play came out that needed a slightly better PC. So my PCs always aged out very quickly because I never bought a good one, just a good enough one. And now I just decided, you know, I'm just gonna buy like the hardest computer on this planet. And if this PC isn't future-proof for at least like 5 years, that would fucking suck. TBH. Only Kaka left. I did send Juriki. I booted it up, and then I had to go to the dinner, and since then I haven't done anything yet. But I need to gather footage this weekend, because I only need Wild Hearts footage, and a little bit of Dauntless, and then I can edit the video. You know, the one I talked about last time? Oh shit, cleave that Velociprey in half. Your nerdism, nice. Some AkantoreX trivia, I guess. Final Fantasy IX is my favorite video game of all times. I actually have history with that game. I only need to kill Velociprey. My history with those games is I got Final Fantasy IX. The first out of 4 discs, I got it before I even got a PS1, sorry. You test roll. And then when I got Final Fantasy IX and the PS1, I didn't have a memory card. So I basically had to play through the entirety of the first disc without a memory card. Every single time I booted it up. It's to the point where there's nothing I don't know in the first disc. Because I just did everything. Multiple times. Like a madman. That's also the story of my PlayStation 2 experience, man. I got a PlayStation 2, I borrowed some Spider-Man game, I couldn't save. I had to play that fucking Spider-Man game like, ad nauseum. Like, probably 20 times. From start to however far I got in one setting. Yeah, I only have like 3 life stories, and I repeat them all the time. Which movie won? I got brain worms. Ketsu larva, Ketsu webs in my brain. I don't remember what I said 1 minute ago. I know one of the first bosses was Shocker, like the one in black and yellow. I'm debating if I should just do Bazarios with Greatsword. Because Bazarios and Gravios are the only ones who are left. And Gravios with Greatsword is miserable. Legit no idea how to fight him. Charge the belly? Attack the tail like hammer? Then what after it's cut? Ah, yeah. I got a wound underneath my eye, my left eye. It's basically, imagine the wound that Luffy has under his eye from One Piece, the main character. Almost exactly the same place, same shape. Basically a big gash under my eye. You can't really tell if you're not looking really badly for it. But yeah, I have basically a scar that I got from being drunk. I drank like elephant beer and like and vodka, and then we got high and it was like in the middle of the morning, like 3 a.m. or something like that. But then I wanted to sit down, like they wanted to go to like a concert at the disco or whatever. And I was like, dude, I'm too shit-faced, I'm going home. Then I wanted to sit down. I tried to grab for the fence, and then I blacked out. And then I woke up, and then I just had like a huge scar under my eye. Very lucky. 1 centimeter further above, and I would have been probably blinded in one eye. Yeah, okay. I haven't told that story in 5 billion years. Norbert, yeah. Norbert's story, by the way, culminated in his parents. They got him to live with another chick because he was like 50 or something, living with his parents still. And he told me unashamed it's because they're doing his clothing, etc., etc. And then I told him, dude, isn't that cringy? He said he has like a very strong lisp, talks very fast, and has a very, very high voice. And he's like 1 meter 20 or something like that. And then he just unabashed tells me, no, why? They're doing my laundry. Yeah, I usually made fun of him in the most stealthy way so that he doesn't understand. But it was always very funny. And then they forcibly made him enter like a relationship with some other chick who was also like 50, so that she could be the new mom for him or something. The end. And that was some good time at my old job. A bear? No, I didn't encounter a bear, but I've encountered some wild boars, a couple of them. I got, on my last relationship, which was very, very toxic, I got kicked out in the middle of the night while it was raining, while we both were very, very, very drunk. And it started because I looked at my phone. I wanted to check what time it is. And, no, it was something else. We were at a dinner with her family, and then her sister-in-law asked me if men could move on quickly after a relationship. And then I said, I don't know. I guess it's a case-by-case basis, but usually it takes a little bit for men to truly move on. And apparently this was enough for her to get so pissed and say,
Wow, your last relationship isn't that long ago. Does it mean you're still clinging onto her?
and then I got kicked out in the middle of the night, super giga drunk. And then I had to go from her city to my city because she was living in a different city, which is like 20 or 30 kilometers. So basically, like almost 2 hours by foot in the middle of the night, shit faced with a huge sports bag with like clothing, and the N64 that I had where we played Pokemon Stadium, and of course shit faced, and then walk home like that. So I took the short route, then I had to go through a forest because we have like a nature conservation park, and it was starting to get early, the early morning, and that's when the animals are skedaddling. Then I almost got fucking mauled by giant pigs. The end. Thank you for listening. Thank you, thank you. It was basically just mind games, etc. It doesn't matter what, like my last relationship, I'm not trying to sound like, oh, coincidentally, the last relationship was the worst one, ooh, and she was so bad. But the poignant and most of my experiences were pretty much like that, like the story I just told you. You look at your phone for 1 second to see what time it is, and then you get shit like, oh, you have another whore, and you were looking for her messages, and there's nothing you can say or do to convince her otherwise. And then next moment, you're sitting on the street in the middle of the night. So yeah, it's pretty cringe. Yeah, she was bipolar. Borderline, bipolar, manic depression, whatever, something like that. So there's no way to get out of it except if you say, okay, I'm over, done. Yeah, she does know, but I try not to tell them in a sense of like shit-talking, more like when I'm asked, I'm saying it. Because usually they give off a vibe if you talk like this about your ex-girlfriend, like, oh, you could do no wrongs, and your partner, she was the, or he, it's Pride Month, chat, it was like the devil and you were like the saint, the sheep. That's why I'm restraining myself. Even though I could basically talk like an entire day about the shenanigans she was up to. Gravios? Bombing or not? Bombing is so boring, I don't want to bomb. Ah, I could just gun them. I could just gun them, chat. Ah, okay. I'm gonna do Bazarios real quick so that I can grill some schmeat. Then I'm gonna do the remaining Gravios quests. I guess we could also do Vespoid Queen, but I think chat needs adrenaline. Yeah, let's do Vespoid Queen. Because I love chat, and I want you to be thoroughly entertained. And what else can entertain you, chat?
Chat.
Except a good, nice, healthy dose of Vespoid slaying. Do Lao? I will do Lao. But not today. Only Lao? Like Lao only stream? Nah, man. You know how much viewers I would lose if I did the fucking Lao only? There's only so many life experiences I have to tell you while I'm doing Lao. Also, I don't want to overshare. Like, the more I share of myself in real life, the more people might be like, ah, I know this dude. This dude impregnated my girlfriend and left. I haven't given him my thank you bouquet yet. I don't need more flowers. Thank you, thank you. By the way, you're supposed to kill a shit ton of Vespoids to make the queen spawn. I thought you could only make the queen spawn by saying blindfolded Elatreon 3 times in front of a mirror. Okay, that was very mean, chat. Sorry. Oh man. Sanjariki, I really appreciate that you have such a high magnitude of tolerance when it comes to self-deprecating humor, because a lot of people, especially on the internet, which is very funny, because the internet is full of people shit-talking everyone left and right. But when it comes about taking the punches, no one wants to roll with them. Everyone just wants to cry and shit and piss themselves. So hearing people make self-deprecating jokes is very appreciated. Because everyone fucked everyone else's mom. But when it comes to taking, then the whining and crying is big. Albums being made, people being doxxed because you call them a doodoo face. That's pretty cool, man. No, I really appreciate that, like, honestly. Not trying to make yourself like a clown and always being the butt of the joke, but being able to take it. Because if someone, for example, calls you out on something, or calls you names and whatever, you're giving words the impact. Like 10 years ago, if you insulted me or been mean to me on the internet, honestly, I would have gotten very defensive. Because back then 10 years ago was a little bit too close. I would say like 15 years ago. I would have not be able to take any jokes at my expense at all. Oh man. Because at some point you realize there are like 7 billion people on the internet, or not on the internet, living on God's green flat earth. And if you take serious what these people who are basically a non-factor in your life, if you take serious anything they have to say, or everything, rather, dude, you're not gonna have a quiet day in your life. So usually I just don't care. I mean, not wanna bother, but really don't care. Just like you shouldn't care if I say something about you. Just like shitting on each other, chat. You're being mean to me, call me the worst Monster Hunter player after I get comboed 5 times by Diablo's black roar, KO, charge, dead. Wow, worst player. And I have to roll with the punches, otherwise I would start getting depressed, chat. Almost choked the kid to death in 4th grade. Wow. What a weakling. Didn't even go through with it. Aw, were your little baby hands not strong enough to beat a little 4th grader's neck? Wait, were you in 4th grade or was that child in 4th grade? It was actually last week ago. I went to my old school to choke out some child. What a story. Yo mom, I'm gonna go to my old school. There's someone who called me bitch online. And then you just fucking curb stomp someone into paste. Oh, it wasn't you? Oh. Oh. Oops. Ah, okay. Sure, I do believe you. But I have to say, I was a vagrant back then. I was not a very nice child. I remember when I was like 16 or something. Someone from a different school. I was basically dating some chick who was how can I say? She was grinding 2 different games. Can I say that? So basically, I was dating her and she was dating someone else. But she told the other dude that I was basically hitting on her, even though she didn't want to, and she told me the same thing about him. So me, the genius, I didn't understand that she was doing the same game with two people. I went to the school of the other dude, waited for him to be done with school, and then I was very mean to him, let's say. I got banned from that school. To this day, I can't go there anymore. That was like a long time ago though. I changed. Now I just kill people instantly. Okay. Dave, I can tell you. I think it's not too private if I gave you this information. Dave, at a certain point, he wanted to be the wise and a very adult person, and I can understand. He no longer found much joy in more like children-related stuff. So he didn't want to play many video games, and he was working. He's still working. What is it called when you're working at a retirement home, like a caretaker or something like that? And he basically heard them talk about their life experiences, and they sounded wise, very well established. They had a lot of information that they could basically share with like the newer generation, and he was so flabbergasted by that. But yeah, I can't recall it. He was so flabbergasted by that, and he was very excited about the prospect of him becoming someone who could just teach someone something. And then he just decided, I don't want to do a childish YouTube channel anymore. And then he stopped. The end. I lost touch with him when I lost my Skype login data. So I don't know what he's up to right now. I haven't talked to him in a long time, but that's the reason why he stopped. Yeah, he stopped around the time when Monster Hunter 4 came out in Japan, I think. Yeah, I don't know about Albert. I never really had contact with Albert, really. A Drago Killer, Monster Schlechter, a friend of mine from the olden days. He checked his LinkedIn account once. He's doing like, I don't know, permit schemes or whatever now. Some cringe shit. Who knows? Views? Well, views, he's working in law. And he has been advised by his mentor, let's say, to scrub his online presence because it might look unprofessional. So he did, but he's still in the background of the modding community. For those people who don't know, I actually own the modding Discord of Monster Hunter. But I'm basically just like the shadow owner. I own it only so that if there's like a spat or someone retires or whatever, that the Discord doesn't get deleted. But I basically own it. It's like the shadow owner. So I know when someone is still around, even though they don't really do much. Okay, that's a lot of damage. Yeah. The cosmetic owner. Okay, I'm gonna heal. Yeah, she doesn't stagger. She does like a shit ton of damage. Defense lowering squirt. When will I retire? Well, the thing is that I have the luxury. I can do whatever I want. Like literally, I can do whatever I want, and money is not really an issue. My freedom is not an issue. Where I live is not an issue. I can do whatever I want. I don't have a boss. You can call when I say a no word on the internet. I could do whatever I want. And nothing happens, pretty much. Unless it's like a crime or whatever. But I studied some German law, so I know what to do and what not to do. I know some loopholes. So I do... oh my god. So I don't really have the restrictions that the other people had. So I will retire when I'm done with Monster Hunter, I guess. Yeah, Monster Hunter is a very fun game to me. Good franchise. So I don't see a foreseeable end. She looks so gnarly, holy shit. Pokemon looking ass. Gold Cat Hammer basically bullied himself out of the internet. What a shit show. That's so funny. Yeah, this is Vespoid Queen. Very busted monster. As you can see, she halved my defense, and even those little babies, oh my god, kicking my ass. No, he didn't say anything bad or stupid, but might come off as like unprofessional or something like that in certain career paths you take if you have like an online presence that is not related to your work. I understand that. If I worked in law, for example, I only studied a little bit of law, like Bürgerrecht, Staatsrecht, BGB, etc., Datenschutzrecht, etc. So basically, everything that is interesting for police and for like normal citizens. So that's the only thing I studied. But if I had to work in like the court or something like that, I would delete my internet presence too. Not gonna lie. I think I do. I wish I didn't. Like sometimes I wish I was born a greasy, sticky nerd so that I could sit at home, grind Monster Hunter runs all day. But I can't. Like, that's the baggage of being handsome, I guess. No, it sounds like I'm joking, but sometimes I really wish I could just sit at home, grind runs all day, etc. But unfortunately, I can't. Sometimes I have to lie on my back and scroll up and down on Twitter. Yes. No, but working out is like one of the things that I could never stop doing. Like I would rather stop doing Monster Hunter than working out, because it's so good for your mental health. It basically only adds benefits. Like if I ever turn old and I can't bench press my own weight plus, dude, why bother living? What happens if a tree falls on top of me and I can't kick it off of me and I perish? No, if I was a girl, like unironically, if I was a woman, I would probably be asexual. I would be basically look like the type of woman that I'm into right now, but I wouldn't let anyone touch me. Just basically to be like a status symbol or whatever. Like everyone wants, but no one can. I don't know why, but I'm very grateful that I'm not a woman. Like very, very grateful. You have no idea. Booby stream tomorrow. I don't know. Not really feeling like showing my cleavage tomorrow. Sandriki has finally turned adult. That's why he has a lot of horniness to expel. Chest Tuesday. Chest and biceps are my favorite ones. My weakness is my shoulders. The problem with my shoulders is that my right side is way, way stronger than my left side. Like, I can curl way more than with my left side. When I bench press, I have to lower the weight so that I can lift it like properly with the left side. And with shoulders, I can tell it especially, like visibly, you can't tell like that big of a difference. But when I work out, I can tell. So I would definitely say that if it was up to me, shoulders would grow with chest and biceps. But unfortunately, not many very good exercises for that. Show hairy booba? Oh my god. I shave my chest, so unfortunately I'm not werewolf mode. No. Well, right arm, yes. But my grip strength is the same. And I know because I have a... Hold on, maybe you can hear it. I have a grip trainer, which goes up to 60 kilograms here. Can you hear it, the clacking? It's basically my grip strength trainer, but it caps out at 60 kilogram. And you can't turn it higher. So I can't really increase the weight, I can only maintain it. Why I shave my booba? I shave everything except my head and my legs. And if you ask me why, then I don't want to answer. Yes, kind of. Yeah, sometimes I take my hamster and then I massage her in my hand. I usually call it squishing, but it's not really squishing. It's just massaging the hamster. Okay. We've been doing very little Monster Hunter today, but a lot of talking. Yes, I'm not a manly man. No, I don't really have that much body hair to be like a grizzly bear. That's why I say I'm a naked gorilla. The reason why is because you see definition better if you're shaved. Saving the asshole hair? Why would I fucking save my asshole hair? It's gross. It's very gross, chat. Chat, do you save your butthole hair? I know it was a typo. Oh, I know it was a typo. So, just before someone just fucking dive bombs me and says,
The streamer's so dumb, he can't even realize it. I was just missing that H.
You want H? I got a plug if you want to. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, chat. Sometimes the tism just overwhelms me. That's the most fun streaming. Like, unironically, the most fun I'm having when I'm streaming is when chat is talking to me. Because I could play Monster Hunter by myself. I would have fun playing Monster Hunter without streaming. I don't have the urge nor the financial impetus to stream to you. So it's more like soft socializing, you know? When I want to let my tism out without having to socialize with you. And also, weather here fucking sucks ass, man. We had flooding issues. Now it's getting a little bit warmer, but it's raining and it's like dark and cold and gloomy. So you can't really go out. I've been playing a lot of table tennis, by the way. Table tennis, and I started jogging now. I want to register in the rowing club, where you basically sit in a boat and you roll down the lake, not the lake, the river here. But when it's like dark and gloomy, you don't really get much vitamin D, you don't really feel an urge to get out as much. So if I have my chat where I can just tell you life stories, and Sanjariki tells us how badly he wants to impregnate monsters from Monster Hunter, I think that is also part of nature, chat. And also, it's Pride Month, so we have to we have to be inclusive to even the most deviant fetishes in chat, like wanting to mating press Rathian or whatever. Wife? I don't have a wife. Clarification, for example, I'm not married. I don't have children. When I talk about ex-wife or whatever, or abandon my children, it's only a joke. I don't have children, I think. At least none that I know of. Raw dogged a lot back in the day. Always got lucky, I guess. No, very stupid in hindsight. But I gotta be honest, not bound to a woman with paper. The end. Chat, what are you proud of? It's Pride Month. Tell me what you're proud of. Oh no. I don't like to play with viewers because I just don't like playing multi. That's the only reason. I'm not a fan of playing multi. The only, like for example, when it comes to multi speedruns, the only ones I really like are when it's in the arena, like the arena speedruns in Rise and World. Not arena as in the arena locale, but where you get like your own gear. When it's very synchronized, I like that too. But aside from that, like playing casually online, I don't know, doesn't really fire up any neurons, you know? Neon? You mean nano? Oh man. If you have nothing right now that you can... sorry, hiccups. That you're proud of at the moment. That you can just whip up when streamer is saying or asking you. Is that because you're afraid of admitting to your strengths? Or you think they're not really a strength or whatever? Or are you just saying that because you genuinely think there's nothing to be proud of in your life? Which is very difficult for me to believe. Because how many times do you look back and count the amount of green lights on your way somewhere? And how many times do you count the red lights? So basically, I'm trying to make an analogy about... We don't count the eggs in our basket, we count the ones who are missing. So it's very easy to say, oh, I'm not happy about this and that. But very difficult to say the same thing about something positive. The end. Yeah, everyone is like that. Everyone is a red light counter. But you have to be a red light counter and a green light counter. Obviously, don't ignore the negatives, but also don't ignore the positives. And just because it's been a while since you've gotten your achievement, doesn't devalue it. Like for example, if you've got your doctorate, or doctor title, doesn't mean that in 10 years it's not worth anything, etc., etc. Yes, because I say when the sentence is over, not period. Period means there's blood coming out of somewhere. And I say the end. It's finished, donezo. Nothing gets added. Next thing that gets added is the next sentence, but it's going to be completely different to what I said earlier. So when I say the end, I mean it. I'm not going to add anything. If I wanted to say something that might increase the value of the sentence I said before, who cares? It's over. It's done. Clippity clap. So yes, indeed, it is the hetero version of period. I say the same in German too. I just say das war's. Fertig. Finito. I don't know, Senjuriki. I think you might be onto something. Might this be the next Wyvern egg talk? Oh my god, Chad, do you remember when Twitter was full of Coomers saying, what if this woman would just shit out a big egg, wouldn't that be fucking funny? And the joke is just porn. It's strangely enough, I'm saying this a lot recently. The joke is just porn. Someone posts a joke and it's just someone, yeah, it's just porn, pretty much. I don't know. Maybe it's too lowbrow for me or whatever. Maybe I'm not smart enough to comprehend, but it's not really tickling my humor receptors. Pussy mods, I don't know, but there are definitely a lot of penis mods. I carefully... I want to say I carefully weeded out all the Coomer mods, but you can never be sure. Is that like a Vivarian thing? No, it's just people were saying Vivarians are like half wyverns, half humans, so do they like lay eggs or do they give birth to like live young? A lot of people thought, oh, you give birth through a vagina and an egg is big, so something big goes through vagina and now I'm horny. That was the entire discourse. I don't know. There's so many Monster Hunter artists I'm following who are legitimately gifted when it comes to drawing stuff, and then they just draw porn all day, every day, which is fine for them and the viewer base. But if you're trying to keep your entire website, Twitter for example, your timeline safe from that kind of stuff, you have to mute a lot of people who, if you unfollow them, they get mad at you. It happens sometimes to me. I unfollow someone for shitting my entire timeline with drama, and then they start hating you. Social media game, kind of cringe, not gonna lie. Yeah, I don't fault them, but I'm just saying I'm not interested in that kind of shit. Did I cut the tail of the last one? Like, honestly, if I was like a furry artist and someone DM'd me and said, I'm gonna pay you 10k to do the Last Supper with furry animals, I would say, die. And then I would approach him from a different account and say, I can draw that. Don't ask me how I know that. Oh, jolly. No, Zany, I got blocked by a big art, like drawing account, like an artist. Arvalis, I think he's called. Cosmo Polyturtle. I don't know, like, he draws very amazing artworks. I got blocked by him. There's like some extensions who are using... you can basically mass block people who are following certain accounts. And I was following a lot of meme accounts, and some of them were maybe dipping into racism or some other isism or phobia. Apparently, I guess. I unfollowed every meme account on my AkantoreX Twitter, by the way, because I got DM'd once, and I had to justify myself for following that person, which I haven't seen a meme of in like years, I guess. So I just unfollowed everyone because I didn't want to bother. And that artist blocked me because of that. Because I followed some account he didn't like, I guess. Just very bizarre. Because the most ist-phobic account I followed was, I guess, Lips of TikTok or something like that, which I followed for like 3 days, I guess. And that's it. The end. No, I don't know. So much you have to take care of if you don't want people to just randomly shit on you for no reason. But I'm at the point where I just don't care. They don't tell you anyway. And my experience has been, if you're not in their community, you're basically the enemy. Like, the amount of Discord channels I've been in were of like wholesome variety streamers who sing Kumbaya and they love each other, and then people who are not in their Discord are like assholes and not liked, and that ceases instantly the second you you enter their Discord. So it's children behavior. Very awkward. Yeah, that's why I'm not really a fan of Discord. It's usually just tiny pocket dimensions of the same community, but their community is superior to yours because ... question mark. I used to think this was already pretty embarrassing of a mindset to have when I was like 18. Even more now. What's the first thing that will pop in your search bar if you open Google? Google, I guess? I got like nothing to hide. I could type literally anything into my search bar, but any letter you want. P, H, other porno websites or degenerate websites, and you would find absolutely nothing. I got... it's so sanitized. There's nothing to find. Like, for example, the most opened websites at my starting home base, most viewed sites, is Twitter, then Nexus Mods, Manga Pill, because that's where I'm reading One Piece, Yahoo from my email, Twitch, Duolingo, Facebook, and Gmail. That's it. If I type P, the first one is PaleoGG, then PayPal, then Reddit's thread for piracy, so that I know where I can download emulators and shit. Then something I posted on Twitter. Then something I bookmarked about Monster Hunter. And then some random forums.worldsoftplayers.de forums thread about Gothic. The end. Yeah, I got super sanitized. If you wanted to snoop through my PC, there's absolutely nothing you can find. I don't even have a picture of a single naked woman on my PC. Show us. The only reason why I don't want to show us because some of my emails or something, you know when you go on a website and it wants to auto something, I don't want you to see all of my emails. I got 3. One is my business, one is my main, and one is my stuff for YouTube, etc. That's all. Oh my god, this Bazarius is so tanky. What I didn't like about it, from what I've seen, well, initially what I didn't like was that characters in the RE engine all look oily and slimy and greasy. And they all look very tired. They have like dark spots under their eyes all the time, as if they just came from the zombie apocalypse, or they just lived through war or whatever, or they have this tired 1000 cock stare, like women for example. They all look droopy and tired. But I've seen some screenshots actually, and the game looks way better when you take a screenshot in not in the PS5. Let's just say it this way. So what I don't like Sorry, I have to use the cop-out answer. I just didn't see enough for me to lock on something that I disliked. So you gotta need to wait a little bit until Summer Game Fest. Palico talking, very cringe. Hunter talking, I can already see what's gonna happen. Gonna find the final boss, and the Hunter's gonna let out a rousing speech.
Monster! Gorgoronzi! You know what you won't win? Because there's nothing you're fighting for. Me, on the other hand, I'm fighting to protect the village, to protect nature. You, on the other hand, only fight for selfish goals. And this is why I will TCS your nutsack and win. Not because I'm stronger, because I have friends, because I have the village who's behind me, who supports me. And my cat, who has been with me this entire hunt. And this is why I will save the world with this sword.
Then the Hunter goes, ooga booga, and then you beat the monster, and then the sun is setting, and you're gonna be like, yeah, I beat the world-ending threat number 16 billion. Oh, what a goosebump-inducing speech the Hunter left out, and yada yada. I'm gonna protect the village. With this, I will establish a new world order, which people will never be afraid when they go to sleep, because there's the monster. It's gonna try and kill them. Fucking can already write 17 cringy speeches that the Hunter's gonna have, and the less they talk, I feel like the less character they have, the more character they have. I know it's kind of backwards, but the less they talk, the more they appear like they're just a hunter, they're doing their job, and they're not like a hunter because they want to save the world. Because I just can't take it serious if they go the route of, oh, the hunter wanted to change and better the world by becoming a hunter. No, idiot. You basically killed 50 monsters to make an armor. What are you talking about? On release, I would stream it before release if I'm getting lucky. I hope I can get a copy more than just 2 days earlier. Because if I get it 2 days earlier, then I can't do anything with it. Do you know why? Yeah, it's pretty easy. Because if I get the game 2 days earlier, I can't stream it early because embargo usually says 24 hours before you can only show this much. So I can't play ahead. I can't really... I can wait for a day, I guess, and then stream it. So if I get the game like 2 weeks early, let's say, then I can make a lot of content before. I can practice the monsters. I can whip out some good speedruns before the game even comes out. Like, for example, my Espinas run was like, I think it took Rainy to dunk it. And I had like 3 hours of Espinas practice. So, give me the game early, I'm gonna whip out some magic. And then I can maybe stream. The demo. I'm assuming we will probably get 2 monsters they showed us, plus the flagship for the demo. And yeah, that's how I imagine it to be. Oh, I don't know. That was that quest was basically like a blur. I don't remember anything what happened. It was Bazarios bouncing shenanigans. On one hand, I wish Monster Hunter Wilds would come out soon. On the other hand, I kind of don't want it to come out soon because there's a lot of other stuff I have to do in like the other Monster Hunters, but I always have this feeling when a new Monster Hunter is coming out. And also, if Wild sucks, we need to wait like 2 years until the expansion. I would say probably March. or the end of February is when we will get wilds. No, Great Jaggy was a Tri edition. Now there's only Gravios left. I don't want to do Gravios. Gravios fucking sucks. Where's the water dual? I do have water dual blades already. Dude. Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's, chat. Could have done Gravios the entire time. Oh my god. Yeah, I could have used gun too, but I don't want to. And to be honest, chat... I'm trying to stall a little bit. Oh my god. Together for Pride. I see this, what is it called? This category being shown to me, and it's just fucking furry VTubers. So it's usual. It's exactly the usual. But yeah, I'm done, for those people who don't realize. I just want to see who I can raid. I'm raiding. I'm done here. It's over. We're gonna appreciate the rainbow today, and I'm gonna... Oh my god. There's so much porn here. I'm gonna raid... Pikes. He's a TDS member, I guess, because he has the TDS cat. I'm gonna raid him. I'm done for today. Longer stream tomorrow. But today I'm very tired, chat. Tired. It's the weather, I guess. Anyway, until tomorrow. And thanks for watching. Take care.